You know the fucking vibes today on Dry Slow, brought to you by My Mixtapez. We got Rah Swish in the building. What's good?
Yes, sir. What's up, my guy?
Hey, so I just finished interviewing Dusty, and I was telling him, like, I've been doing this for a while. I'm originally from New York, and I haven't got nobody from New York yet because I moved to Miami for 15 years. So it's like it's humbling to be interviewing the roots.
Nah, I appreciate that.
So Brooklyn raised.
Brooklyn.
Where about in Brooklyn?
Started in East New York, landed in Canarsie, Flossie. Only two places right there.
So you was around Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was around.
All right. Growing up in Brooklyn, how was it? In a nutshell.
Shit, if you ask me, it was fun. Feel me? Like you learn a lot fast. You grow up fast. So, feel me? I feel like that's what made me. So my experience growing up was just fun shit.
What was any stories that stick out like growing up?
I don't know about no particular stories. Just like overall, like just doing bad shit, learning from your mistakes. You feel me? And just seeing a lot at an early age teach you what not to do as an adult.
Right. Oh, you were famous before you were famous. You hit the school paper, newspaper?
Yeah, hell yeah. I was in my matter of fact, it wasn't even school newspaper. It was like daily news or something. I can't even remember what it was though. It was in a couple papers, but yeah.
It was big time though.
Yeah,
for you.
I used to play sports and shit.
Football.
Yeah.
Do you believe and feel that football was like the key for you to get into the industry and rapping and all that? That bridge, I should say, not key.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was the bridge to get in this game, but it was just more like it taught me discipline and it taught me hard work. So whatever I was gonna do after that, it was gonna be full fledged. Like I was gonna go all the way with it.
And you were a wide receiver?
Yeah, and cornerback.
Okay. And I've read that you played with Kurt Samuel.
Yeah, that's my dog right there.
Still rocking with him?
Yeah, hell yeah. I was just talking to him probably like 2 days ago because we was just in Baltimore. And, you know, he played for Washington football team. So
right.
He was just out there.
How's he feel about the music come up? Because I know obviously you seen him going on the sports come up. How does he feel about you when the music come up?
Says go. He just, you feel me? He's supportive and he's just him like, yeah, bro, keep working. Like, you feel me? He in his spot, so he want to see me there too. Like,
facts.
So, feel me? We all want to see each other at the top.
Definitely. Is there like a specific swag in Brooklyn compared to like every other borough?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like Brooklyn, we got our own swag. Like, I feel like we part of the people that set the trends. Like,
oof,
for real. Like, you feel me? Like, Brooklyn got really their own swag. Like, everybody got their own swag, but you could tell a Brooklyn nigga from afar. And I just feel like that's what like just separate us from the pack. Like, you can tell who we are when we walk in the room.
There's any like specific sneakers or anything like that would like that's a Brooklyn shoe or that's a Brooklyn?
Nah, ain't nothing specific because for the most part we all like each borough kind of wear the same shit besides like Harlem. They might have like their own little swag that they be doing, but it's just I feel like it's the energy.
Right.
Like you know Brooklyn nigga when you see one off the energy.
Got you, copy. And best Brooklyn spot to eat.
Best Brooklyn spot to eat. Damn.
Come on, you gotta have one, bro.
I don't know. That's crazy. Best Brooklyn spot to eat. I don't know. I feel like everywhere be having good food.
There gotta be one spot that's like if you go out of, like you go on tour somewhere and you come back home, that's the spot you go to.
Shit, I'm going to the Aki.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm going to the Aki. I need a bacon, egg, and cheese. I might need me a sandwich. You feel me? I'm gonna go to the Aki though.
Respect.
Like, that's the spot.
Respect. So coming up, who has inspired you to rap?
Shit. I used to listen to a lot of Jay-Z and a lot of 50 and a lot of Lil Wayne. Like those three right there was always in my playlist growing up and shit. Like sports, feel me? Then when I started getting into music and shit, like those was my go-tos.
That's a hard top three, bro. Those are like kings right there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You started at 15?
Nah. What, rapping?
Yeah.
Nah, hell no. I started rapping at what? Like 18, 19, something like that.
18, 19?
Yeah.
What was like the first shit you free? Do you remember like the first thing you freestyle, anything like that?
Nah, you know what's crazy? I was actually looking for this shit not too long ago. Cause I'm like, yo, I want to find the first song I ever made. I know it was a freestyle over like some, I don't know what it, I forgot who made it. It probably was like DJ L from Chicago or some shit. I found that shit on YouTube.
Oh, so it was a drill beat?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was like the first shit I really freestyled in the studio and was like, yeah, I'm gonna make this. You feel me? Like, this gonna be the first song.
So, like, is it safe to say, because, all right, so you said you're listening to Jay-Z, you're listening to 50, you're listening to Wayne, but then you hear this drill beat and then you just went in the stew for that. So it's like, Do you believe like drill put that battery in your back? Like, yeah, I want to do this.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. It's just I was always in tune. Like those was my favorite artists, but I was still in tune with the music that was going on. So, feel me, Chicago was hot. Like everybody was bumping Chief Keef, G Herbo. That's when he was Low Herb. Yeah. You feel me? Like Bibby. Feel me? There's a lot of people. Dirk.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people that was buzzing from Chicago, Lil Reese. So they still had like the wave. So just for me, the people that motivated me to rap was those people. But the artists that was hot at the time, it was like, nah, we got to do this. You feel me? Like this was popping right now. So that's what really made me like, all right, I'm gonna get one of these drill beats and I'm gonna go in the studio and I'm gonna body these shits. I ain't even gonna lie. I probably think that my first freestyle was probably trash. I don't know, like everybody was gassing me because it was my first song, but I feel like compared to how I rap now, if I listen to that shit, I'll probably get mad. Like, what the fuck am I talking about?
But listen, that shit was a blessing because, like, I mean, it put you to, move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so trash or not, like my first interview was fucking horrible, horrible. Yeah. I was pissy drunk too, but it's like that one time that gets you going. Yeah. Another thing you humble about that you work. I'm an old head. I'm 34, so you work with track masters, bro.
Yeah.
And I watched a couple interviews like you really didn't know, and then you did your homework and like what have you got from that? Like, cause there's major keys working with those people.
It's like a lot of gems, like
facts.
For me, and it's always good to be around people that know the business. You feel me? Cause you watch and you learn from them, and then like it's just really a good growing experience that everybody don't get to get. Right. So you got to take what you get out of that and really pay attention. Any
major something you learned from them that you were like, and you ran with that shit? Something that they told you?
It was really just to be business minded. Like everything is like premeditated with them. So it's like really just be business minded and just, you feel me, step outside of just being an artist.
Don't fuck off. Don't waste no time.
Yeah.
Get into the tracks. Double Cup.
Yeah. Double Cup. That shit just recently released. That's one of the shits like, I was just talking my shit, you feel me? Like from Tell'em, I dropped song with Don Q, and then it was that. So you feel me? It's just like just getting myself reacquainted because I'm really about to go crazy this fourth quarter. So I'm just, you feel me? I'm just giving the people me. Like, okay, Rah Swish dropping again. Rah Swish, he doing his thing again because I'm really about to flood the streets these last couple months.
Bro, facts. Like we were just in here listening to music from Bobby, and bro, like y'all like on like sane level, bro. What like what y'all drink? Like the Michael juice from Space Jam, or like
shit? I don't know. It's just a vibe in the studio. Like, you feel me? This shit like home.
Right.
So when you comfortable, I feel like you make the best music. Like no matter the situation, it's like we all comfortable in here. So when we get in the studio and we record, it's just like, for me, that's where we make the magic.
I feel like y'all came out hungry, and I'm just talking about Brooklyn in general. A lot of Brooklyn artists came out hungry. But I don't think they did what usually people do, which is they get out hungry, they get the deal, they get the fame, and then they slow down. I think y'all doing the opposite. I think like y'all come in hungry, then y'all got the deal or whatever it is, and then it's like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go 10 times harder now. Like,
yeah, cause it's like step one. You feel me? Like you can't be satisfied with just getting something that if you feel like you deserve it, you shouldn't be satisfied with getting it. Cause it's like, nigga, I'm supposed to have this.
Facts.
You feel me? So you ain't gonna become complacent with that shit. It's like, nah, we want to be millionaires. And this shit, so this is just step one. Like, this is the very beginning.
Like your idol said at 50, he said, the hunger for more.
Exactly.
Excuse me, that was Banks. That wasn't 50.
Banks? Okay.
That was Banks, sorry.
But,
Get Rich or Die Trying was 50.
But regardless of anything, you gotta have the hunger for more, you feel me? Because you just gotta want the best for yourself.
Rolling Stone, Don Q.
Yeah.
Dope fucking track.
My boy.
Dope track. How'd that happen?
Shit. I was in here recording. We recorded Rolling Stone and shit. And I just did it by myself, and I left the open verse. I be doing that sometimes. Sometimes I like coming back, do the second verse later and shit.
Right.
And then Don walked in. I didn't even know what he said. He walked in, pardon me, and he was like, yo, I heard some shit you was playing. Let me hear some shit. I played him like 3 records. He's like, yo, I fuck with this one. I'm like, nigga, hop on it. Like, what? Said I.
Did he get on it, like, just rip it?
Yeah, he just got on it. Like, we was sitting right here, he just got on the shit. I'm like, all right, that shit go crazy. You feel me? It just came about like that, like organic shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You could tell it was organic. Like, some features be feeling staged. That was definitely...
Yeah, definitely organic.
Hashtag RS. What does RS stand for?
Shit. RS, that's my name. Rah Swish, RS. That's my brody around Suno. And you feel me? Real shit. You feel me? That's what it is. RS is whatever you want it to mean for real, but that's me, that's him, that's us.
That was another like genuine.
Yeah, straight genuine.
That shit was
We
smooth.
did that shit after a video shoot because we had I did a song for Drewski called Mop, and then he got Ron Suno on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe this before I even met Ron Suno at the time. So I just did the song, and then Drewski put him on the shit. So then when we did the video, you feel me? It was just straight love. It was wild energy. We was cooling. So he like, yo, bro, I got the studio after this. You want to pull up? I'm like, yeah, we out. Yeah. So right after the video shoot, we went to the studio. So we just in there listening to beats and shit. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, damn. I'm like, what we gonna say to this shit? And just clicked in my head like, yo, you Rah Swish, that's Ron Suno, y'all RS. And then I just came up with that like that. I went in there, freestyled it, he freestyled it. Shit. We was just vibing. We was in the booth together, just going crazy.
Was that like a big thing up here in New York where like, you know, the Bronx and Brooklyn connect and shit? Was that like a good bridge?
I feel like yeah, Ron Suno, one of the first people from the Bronx to really bridge the gap with Brooklyn on this drill shit. For me, it wasn't too much people that was really drill rapping from there that Brooklyn niggas was doing songs with and shit. From like Suno got a song with almost everybody from Brooklyn for real. Like he got Fabio, he got Chef, me, Dusty. Right. From like he made his ways around Brooklyn, and I feel like he's one of the first people to do that.
And I think that's dope. Like I really think, you know, it's connected because, you know, in the beginning it was very divided.
Yeah.
And then the Bronx comes and we gonna connect and make this shit work.
Shout out to the Bronx.
Soulja Boy Sample.
Yeah, tell him.
That went crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah, that shit went crazy.
That went super crazy. Where did that come from?
Shit. That shit, I won't even say it happened by mistake, but it just happened just on some regular shit. Like that shit was the most regular shit I ever did. I made that song in like 20 minutes. And I was just looking for beats. You feel me? And then my boy Cajun, he played the beat. He like, yo, we just did this shit. It's not even finished though. Played this shit. I'm like, nah, this shit might do something. I'm in here dancing this shit. I'm like, yeah, pull this up. Pulled the shit up and I just started rapping. And at the beginning, the shit didn't even have no hook. We had to make it a hook. Like I was just freestyling.
Has the Soulja Boy reached out?
I mean, I heard, he ain't reached out to me directly, but I heard through people he reached out to some of my peoples and they spoke and shit. He said he fucked with the song, but he ain't reached out to me. But still, shout out to Soulja Boy. That shit was a classic.
Facts. If he wanted to do a remix, you do a remix?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'll do a remix with him. That nigga funny.
Soulja, let's get it. Soulja, let's get it. Brooklyn lingo. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to bring these lingos to because I'm from Miami, so yeah. But I'm trying to, you know, everybody watching this, so I got a word for you. Treesh.
Treesh.
Break it down. What is a treesh?
I mean, a treesh is you could move it two ways. Like a treesh could just be a dot, like a straight dot. Like, oh nah, she's nasty. She's for the gang. But if you want to say she your treesh, then I just mean like that's just your freak bitch. Like she gonna go for you and you only. Like you feel me? Like so you can work it two ways. But bottom line though, that tree, she nasty. She nasty.
Yeah, I gotta make sure y'all using this right. That's why I asked an official Brooklyn person. Like, y'all gotta use this right, cause see a lot of dudes, and this is one of my questions too. A lot of dudes, like, they're intimidated by the New York girls from out of town. So, you know, I gotta make sure they using this right, cause
nah, don't call no New York bitch no tree. She might listen. She might slap you. Right?
You met Pop at 2018.
Yeah, I met Pop Smoke 2018. I did a video shoot on his block.
How was the chemistry when you met him? Was
shit, first thing, cause like you feel me, people in Canarsie already knew me from like 2016 and shit. So I was already known around the hood. So when I seen him, the nigga just came up to me like, yo, I'm about to start rapping, you heard? I'm like, I ain't know the nigga from nowhere. I'm just like, I say that. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be better than you, heard? I'm like, looking at the nigga like, that nigga, fuck out of here. Like, fuck this nigga talking to you, feel me? So I was like, nah, this nigga mad cocky, fuck out of here, you feel me? But I ain't never, like, feel no type of way after. Like, we vibed out, he was in the video, we was cool and we smoking, like, shit like that. I was just like, nah, I always just paid attention to him after that. Like, I wanna hear this nigga first, so, like, fuck he talk about. And then after that, like, you feel me being on the block, him being on the block, we just started chilling after that.
And you did mention that you both were like competitors.
Yeah,
I think that's why he came up to you with
and
that.
It started from day one. Like, you feel me, from day one. So as he started making music and shit, like when we made Brush 'em, the original version of Double It, like when we did all that shit, that was probably like the first couple of songs he even recorded, because we did all that shit like the top of 2019. Like I think we did Double It in January, we did Brush 'Em in the ending of January or the beginning of February. Like it was all early shit. So, but we was just in the booth, just going at it. Like I'm trying to say some shit, then he say some shit, and I'm like, nah, I'm changing my shit. Like I said, I'm changing my shit. So then now we never even get a song done because we just trying to outdo each other. Like, oh, you gonna say that? I'm gonna say this. For me, and it was just always like that, but it ended up making us both better.
I was just gonna tell you, like, that made. Do you miss that? Because I'm sure you don't have nobody around you that's giving you that kind of pressure.
Yeah, like it was. That's definitely like you need that type of energy in the studio. Like I give you a story similar to that too. Like probably I say a week. I think it was a week before he passed. Matter of fact, I forgot what day his album release for Me the 2 was. But that same day, right after that shit, we went to the studio. Did the same shit. He put on the song. Matter of fact, I'm lying. He didn't put on the song. He put on the beat. He like, yo, I'm about to go crazy. So the nigga is taking his whole sweet time in the studio. 2-3 hours. He just chilling, vibing, getting everybody drunk. Feel me? We vibing. He finished his shit. Yeah, Swish, pull up. You gotta go crazy. Yeah, like, you feel me? Like, yeah, I don't wanna hear you say no whack shit. I'm like, yo, my nigga we drunk this nigga. So now he make a competition for everybody. Yeah, let me hear what you gonna say. Yeah, matter of fact, watch this, I'm gonna change this. Now he changed some shit, say some better shit than he said. Now I'm like, oh, fuck.
He set you up.
You feel me? But that was just the energy. Like, he always wanted to be like, all right, I know you nice. I'm nice. Let's see what we gonna do, nigga. You better do better than me, like shit like that. So it was just, you feel me? Making music around him was fun. Like it wasn't really just like, damn, let me try to write this or let me try to freestyle. We gonna do. It was just like, yo, bro, get in there, say what you gotta say, and try to do better than me.
It's like working with your brother.
Exactly.
It's like working with your brother. What if you could say something to Pop alive right now? Anything, you got the opportunity to bring him back. Speak in one words to him. What would it be?
If I had one thing to say to him, I'd say, damn, it's different. Like if I'm bringing him back.
No, I'm just, you got to
saying, if I got a chance to speak to him,
just that one time to speak to him, what would it be?
I'd just say thank you. And that's not just from me, that's from everybody. Like he opened the doors for everybody. So aside from what we had personally as far as a friendship and all that other shit, just thank you for me, he opened the doors for New York, period. For me, he set the tone. So for me.
And I think that's like a very genuine answer because like we just did Dusty and Dusty's like his answer was similar. And from what I see, from what I read, from talking to people close to him, I feel like, he wasn't about him only.
Nah, hell no. That nigga supported everybody. Like that shit was crazy. I used to look at him like, yo, bro, you crazy. Like,
yeah,
you fuck with everybody, bro.
That's what I was gonna tell you because that's not normal coming from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
It's not at all. Like for me, he brought a different type of vibe, and he opened a lot of people's eyes to wanting to support other people too, and being open minded to having more friends. Cause that nigga definitely supported everybody.
Well, he's definitely proud of y'all right now. I'm gonna tell y'all because y'all didn't fuck off. Y'all made sure that you left the name correct.
Yeah.
And y'all doing great at it. Y'all doing definitely great at it. What's a studio must when you in that studio?
A studio must for me. I gotta have some liquor. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oof.
I gotta have some liquor.
Oof. You hear that, Monday? I'm the one that drinks at the crew.
Oh shit.
That's why I'm Litty Willie. Nah, they don't get lit. They drink.
Oh okay.
There's a difference between getting lit and drinking.
So, besides that, I mean, I gotta have like just a lot of water, like liquor, water.
Yeah.
Everything else would be different. Like I do some candy sometime, but I'll just be heavy on it, like liquor and water for real. That should make your mind open.
Vibe out. Yeah. What do you consider hood rich? Because there's rich and then there's hood rich. So if you had to say what hood rich would be, what would be hood rich?
Hood rich is, I say, if you hood rich, is you could tell a difference between you and everybody else in the hood.
Okay.
You hood rich. Like, you feel me? You could tell, like, all right, now that nigga getting some money because he don't look like them niggas.
I say, like, hood rich, the beginning level of hood rich is every time I see you got a whole new fit on.
A whole new fit?
A whole new fit, head to toe.
Nah, I don't think that's hood rich.
No?
I don't think that's hood rich.
I said beginning level.
Oh, all right, yeah. All right, so it's level 1, yeah.
Level 1.
That's the starter pack.
Starter pack.
If you coming around with a new outfit all the time, yeah, you on your way to being a hood rich nigga.
Cause you see somebody you regular in the hood, He got new kicks, new shirt, new pads, designer belt every single day.
Nah, he
That always fugazi. Definitely.
That shit might be fake.
Yeah, there's two options to it. What's the biggest lesson you learned being in this industry?
Biggest lesson I learned being in the industry, this shit don't come with no friends. Like, that's probably the biggest lesson. Like, nobody don't owe you shit. And just because a nigga fuck with you, don't mean he gonna do what you expect him to do. Or female, like, for me, it just work for everybody. Like, just because somebody say they fuck with you don't really mean that they genuinely fuck with you.
And I ask a lot of people this that I interview them because I think people have a perception of one thing, what it is to get in the industry, and it's completely opposite of that.
Yeah, that was like my story. Like, I thought this shit was different. I thought this, like, it was sports. Like, you know, if you play a sport, you meet a nigga, like, they gonna fuck with you. Like, yo, bro, I do what you do. We nice, boom, boom.
Right.
This is it. Not in this shit.
No.
Like, you be surprised who look at you as competition. Like, and it's everybody just be, you feel me? Ain't nobody really trying to lend no helping hand. And it's from the bottom to the top.
All the way up.
It'll be a nigga that just got hot. He not gonna fuck with the niggas in his hood no more. Or he not gonna reach back and, you feel me? This is how it go.
Right.
So, yeah, this shit don't come with no friends.
When it comes to the females, first date, what's gonna break in and be like, I ain't fucking with you? What could she do or what she could do? So you go on the first day and then she comes and does this. She comes and says this. She come and got this on. You be like, no way, Jose.
I ain't gonna lie, let me just put this on the note. This don't apply to me. You heard? It don't apply to me. My wifey sitting at home.
Okay.
She gonna watch this
So
too.
before wifey.
But repeat the question one more time.
All right, so you going on a first date, right? What's a make or break for you?
All right, make a break first date. Make a break first date.
Like if Shorty come up with some black forces or some shit.
Nah, I would never. Like, that's
no, I'm not gonna say that because that's extreme.
I'm trying to think though, because it's like, for me, me thinking about it, for me to even go on a date, you gotta meet so much requirements that I'm trying to really see what's a make or break. Like, it probably just gotta be like how she act. Like, if she act like she never been there or some shit. Like, like, you feel me? Like
being extra.
Yeah, like being extra, or like trying to post the food and shit like shit like that. Like, it's like, yo, like, say that shit for another time. Yeah. Like, so I feel like that's a make or break. Like, trying to show up, like, oh look, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and she just so excited to like, it's like, nah.
I got an important question to ask, and sometimes it can get deep. But how do you feel about people dissing the dead in the music industry? Do you think that that's going too far? Do you think fair game is music, music's music? It's not that big of a deal.
I feel like you can't put a limit or just anything on the next person hurt. I say that. So, feel me? How this nigga hurting, this nigga may not be hurting. So if everybody got dead people, or these group of people it got something to do with that casualty, it's like, you feel me? All the gloves is off. Like, people dying behind this shit. So what's words? Right. If people dying. So, you feel me? I personally, I don't be doing it too. Like, I probably said one or two things.
Right.
For me, that ain't really my body though. But I can't speak for the next person. Like, I feel like everybody's situation different. Everybody handle their shit different. So, feel me?
Respect. The show's called Drive Slow. It's 2 a.m. You're driving down. What's the highway around here? What's the major highway around here?
Belt Parkway.
So you driving down
the floors.
You driving down the Belt Parkway, going to the floors. It's 2 a.m. You driving slow. What track you gonna put on to drive slow to?
2 a.m.
Driving slow, vibing, going home.
Driving slow, vibing. Damn. Trying to think. Depends on who you with.
No, you dolo.
Oh, you dolo at 2 a.m.
You know, you just in the zone.
You in the zone.
No shorty, no crew. Just you dolo.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. It's like, I don't think I got a specific song I'll put on, for real.
Not one?
Nah, I don't got like a go-to 2 a.m. song. I don't think I got that. But I just, you feel me? I be having like little playlists that, like, if it's 2 a.m., I'm listening to like all my slow shit probably, or like melodic shit or something. Like, you feel me? Like, I ain't gonna be drilling at 2 in the morning. Like, you feel me?
You'd be surprised.
I ain't gonna be outside doing no stupid shit like that.
All right, so just one of you, let's say you though, you yourself, you listening to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's message to the youth.
Message to the youth.
Yeah.
Stay focused, stay humble, and you feel me, work hard. And even though that's all like generic shit, it's like you gotta stay focused because when you get sidetracked, like it's easy to get sidetracked.
Right.
So it's like you gotta make this shit priority number one or whatever you doing.
Right.
And like school, sports, work, helping your parents, like whatever it is, you feel me? That you gonna make priority number one, you gotta stay focused with it. Cause once you get sidetracked, like I don't believe in that plan A, plan B, plan C. I don't believe in that shit. Cause having all these plans, you never gonna finish none. So I feel like you gotta stay focused with that. And then being humble, like that gets you a long way. You feel me? Like
nice.
You never know who watching you. So, you feel me? It could be the person you least expected to come support you or do something for you just because you're not cocky, you're not flamboyant, and then just working hard. Like a lot of people don't got that in them. A lot of people don't got drive. A lot of people don't, you feel me? A lot of people give up. So when you work hard at something, that shit pay off no matter how long it take. Oh, and patience. You gotta have patience in this shit. In life, period, you gotta have patience.
Consistency, persistency, and I do believe humbleness goes so far.
Yeah.
Like I like when you say that because I'm one that's staying strong on that. Like no matter where I get, I was just telling the team there, I'll still go to the store and go get somebody a Sprite if I need to, you know, or something like that. And just being humble because I think you stay true to yourself.
Nah, hell yeah.
Fuck anything and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? You stay true to yourself.
That's a fact.
This one's gonna put you on the hot seat. This is the last question I'm gonna ask you. Brooklyn question. Would you sit down with Jay-Z for the business dinner, or would you take the $500,000?
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna take the $500,000.
You're gonna take the $500K.
Yeah.
Why?
Me and Jay got the same birthday, so I'm gonna answer this feeling like if I was in his position.
Right.
I'll sit at dinner and not tell a nigga nothing. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna tell a nigga what I want him to know. I ain't gonna tell him everything I know.
Right.
So I could take a dinner with Jay, he could just tell me nothing.
Right.
He could tell me a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Or he could tell me the shit to get to the next step, but he gonna tell me to get to his step.
Facts.
You feel me? And I feel like that's how, if I was in that position, you feel me, I'll probably do some shit like that. So I'm taking $500K. Okay.
Respect it. Do the young guys in the drill music, do you guys still look at Jay like being, you know, the guy, like the GOAT? Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, I don't know. It may.
It's a different generation. I just want to know. You know what I'm saying?
He legendary. I wouldn't say like he the guy. Like, I don't think niggas is out here like for drill motivation. They gonna listen to Jay.
Gotcha.
But if you fuck with like the lyrical artists and shit, he definitely that nigga. He definitely the go to Brooklyn.
I say New York. I say hip hop.
That's a fact.
Bet. What's next? What's coming out? What you working on? What you doing?
Shit, I got a project that's on the way, but right now we just doing a whole lot of single releases and just flooding the streets, you know, getting the shit back active, like getting everything going and just getting all the eyes back on Rah Swish. So that's what's next. Is a whole lot of singles. I got a lot of features dropping. I've been working with mad artists, so just flooding the streets for real. Like we going back to day one, regular shit, like flood the streets and get this shit moving.
And y'all everywhere, bro.
And it's only gonna get bigger. Like this really like step. It's not even a whole step one. It's like the half a step we got, and we got 10 steps in this shit. So it's really so much, and this shit gonna leak all the way probably into the summer of next year.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stamp this interview. We here.
Let's do it.
Shout outs, brother. Shout outs. Who you want to shout out? Who you know, just talk. Even if it's for everybody, just say everybody. But shout outs.
I'm definitely gonna give everybody a shout out. I want to shout out to the whole New York City right now. Like everybody doing their thing. Like it's so much people that's going crazy. Like we just look good right now. Like
facts.
Like New York really on the map right now. So I just want to shout out everybody that's doing their thing. And shout out all my supporters, all my day ones, all the real Rah Swish fans that know where I came from, know where this shit started. I know what I've been through, and see my vision. Shout out to y'all.
Definitely. Listen, I'm going back to Miami with my chest out again. You know, it was hard for me to talk shit down south. Like, you know, I'm from New York and I'm from the Bronx. Oh, take your ass back to New York. Bah, 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 bah. That's all. I hear that all day. But now, after this run,
active.
Bro.
Go back and took that shit.
Bro, you don't understand. And the kid, like I said, I was telling Dusty, my kids is listening to y'all music. Everybody getting sturdy in the house, blasted it. So I appreciate you, Rah. I really, really do.
Nice love.
You know, keep fucking killing it. Keep grinding. Put New York on your fucking back. Make everybody that's not in New York, but that be in every other place, repping New York, give them something to stand strong on.
Got you.
I appreciate you. This is fucking Litty Willie, Drive Slow, Rah Swish, and we out.
Whoa.